We just changed the game with this one, introducing AG number 2, the newest groundbreaking artificial intelligence software in the game. We got things like AI text generator, AI image generator, AI code generator, AI chat box, AI text to speech, and voiceover capabilities. Yes, it does coding. Yes, it does images. It literally does everything. Make sure you click the link at the top line of the description box. If you're a content creator, if you're an artist, if you're just a regular person that want to take your life to the next
man,
level.
doing a thing. Sam, man, did you get a chance to see Pop Smoke's mom going in on Adam22 for interviewing the killer of her son, man?
I did.
You did. All right, I'm gonna play it for the audience just in
Yeah.
case y'all didn't see it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna rap about this. This is
We want to know, how do you feel about people wanting to interview someone like that? Should they not be interviewing them, and do you think that maybe it's clickbait?
For something like this, that is horrible. You really want to interview him and get his opinion and get his position. First of all, you're not helping him. Because the whole purpose in LA's law is that at 25 you get out, you try to make something of yourself. You try to do something with your life. Hopefully there's been some sort of reform. But you come out and people are like, yo, bro, how you feel about what you did? That's not helping anybody. It's not helping anybody. So as you're sharing with me about gag orders, I'm going to go look into that because that makes sense to me.
So you would consider having a gag order where he can't necessarily, or anyone involved can't speak on your son's name per se.
That's right. That
Right.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense. Stop talking about him. Do what you want to do. Say what you want to say, but do that with your own stuff. Don't use my dead child's name to get you some fame.
How do you feel about that, Sam, man? Because I think we briefly talked about it before, and we were kind of thinking, like, what's the mother think? And I'm glad that somebody interviewed her to kind of get her opinion on that. So what's your thoughts?
First off, we are such a forgiving people. As bad of a stigma as we have on us and all the stereotypes that we have on us, that woman didn't even throw dude under the bus for killing her child. She was hoping that he can do better for himself, and he wasn't getting done any favors for him as a young black man by coming out here and being rewarded for killing a man. Where is the growth? Where is the process where he can learn from this? That was her whole premise, which is crazy. Because when you look at her son, whose grave has been, you know what I mean, vandalized with more than one occasion. Just recently, they were talking about trying to pull the corpse up out the thing. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
What you hear about Pop Smoke. And you know what's crazy? Because we've seen a lot of hip hop deaths throughout our time doing this podcast, unfortunately. I don't know if we've ever seen a dead rapper get disrespected in death the way this dude, Pop Smoke, is being disrespected. And ultimately, he's not. It's his family that's being disrespected because they're here in the flesh having to see and feel and deal with this. He's not here to deal with it. They are. So I don't understand it. I don't know how deep this goes because from what we know, the information that we got from the botched robbery turned to murder in that house that night when he dropped his address, didn't think it was anything that personal to where he'd be disrespected in death the way he is physically, like people messing with his stuff. So in regards, my bad, I kind of went off, but in regards to with his mom and Adam22, I mean, we talked about it. And this is the day and age that we live in. It's absolutely just at disgusting the levels that people will go to throw our culture in the garbage, spit on it, piss on it, and continue to throw garbage on it and get paid for it. And that's where I'm at. Where you at, bro?
And that's real talk, man. Everything you said, and that's like the vulturism. When we talk about the culture vulture, it's like you don't see Adam22 going into a white neighborhood and getting a white, you know what I mean, killer of a family and interviewing them. Everything has to be black. But they go over there and they feed the content to this dude, so that he's the epitome of a culture vulture, especially a situation like this. Like that's just distasteful as hell, bro. It's like you gonna really bring this dude on here, this clout chasing dude, and then we hear that he paid the dude, offer some clicks and views. But it don't surprise me with Adam22, like our brother Tazariak was saying, because it's like this dude put his wife out there to get banged. Like this dude is willing to do gay porn, all this type of stuff, you know what I mean, to further his brand, to make more money. And to me, a lot of people will feel like that's the definition of a sellout. Like no matter how, like people, this money thing is like, it's overblown, man, because it essentially doesn't bring you happiness. Yeah, it's great to have. Everybody wants it. You can solve a lot of problems, pay your bills, and live comfortably. But are you willing to throw away your morals? Are you willing to throw everything away? Are you willing to disrespect somebody's family and destroy somebody's family, continue to destroy somebody's family for a paycheck, for a couple of YouTube views, for a couple of YouTube likes. Come on, man. I don't know. It's just something that I just wouldn't do. Well, Pop Smoke's killer wants to come. Nah, man. Like, I'm just not touching nothing like that. That's wild, bro.
It's the depths of content hell and like content garbage, but it's what sells, and that's the scary part. And surprisingly, academics almost put it best. You're creating a very dangerous atmosphere when you highlight and promote the suckers that could kill, that can get online and troll, that could have a voice and be cowardly behind a phone, a microphone, or behind a cell phone, and then you pay them to continue to do it more, to agitate situations, to call out and try to manipulate or try to get somebody to influence them to do something crazy so they can end up in jail or end up dead or end up something worse to their families. It's kind of crazy, the psychological game we see going on with a lot of these what we call vultures. It's almost like they're a lot smarter than what we give them credit for, and there's an absolute agenda. And I hate to throw that word around because then you say agenda, you think conspiracy theory. But now I really look at how they move and the content in which they throw out. It's always beef. It's always trying to insinuate something to get another person riled up for them to react in a negative way in a negative situation to happen so they can highlight that and then bring on people who are involved. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And what does that do for us? How is that empowering us? How is that helping us? I'm not saying we got to be, I mean, fucking twiddling with rainbows and doing, weird, funny shit and being all kumbaya all the time. Competition, controversy, it is what it is. But killing and beef and continuing to downgrade, nah. Why that? I don't know.
Yeah, nah, man. It's it's really like again when the Dame Dash, when they were talking about the culture vulture thing and all of that, and even though the movement kind of fell apart, there's still a lot of them in this game, and really is exploiting someone's culture for financial gain. You know what I mean? And he's not the only one. There's a lot of other people that do it, but they couldn't feed on us and do what they did unless we let them do it. And that's the part that pisses me off. I seen Rallo, he did an interview on Say Cheese, and shout out to Say Cheese, black-owned platform. He said, I did 600,000 in a day, and I wrote in the comments under it, I'm glad you went to a black platform. You know what I mean? Because as much as, it's a competitive game and all that at the end of the day, but look, you go to another brother, cool. You know what I mean? Because, I salute, especially somebody who's self-made.
Yeah.
That been around for a long time, that ain't get no handouts, no deals or nothing like that. Did it from the ground up. I can always respect that hustle because that's us.
Where ain't he from around close to where we at?
I'm not sure exactly where he's from, honestly.
Okay.
I thought he was from Philly.
That's what I was thinking.
But I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
But great platform, great interviews, and he's doing it, man. He's doing the damn thing. So
yeah.
But now that his mom is so pissed off about it, I'm even more pissed off about it. Because a lot of times people's mom and stuff don't come out and say anything.
Mm-hmm.
But his mom came out and said, come on, man. Like, this is crazy. And, and then you're putting the target on your own back now. Like, you want fame and clout that bad? Like, come on, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just like, you create the atmosphere that somebody might want to come hunt you down now.
Yeah.
I know you in Cali and Pop Smoke is from New York, but are you ever coming to New York? Are you even coming to the East Coast no more? You create an environment now where I'm going to go visit New York. Nah, nigga, because now everybody know you. Because you was on Adam22. Millions of people who know you, so you can't even really travel and do shit like that. So I just don't get it, man.
You think Adam22 don't know that? And that's the cynical, disgusting part about that. He damn sure knows that. He don't care.
Right.
I'm going to throw dude a few dollars. He probably going to go out here and be in clubs and be in public settings and stuff and show his face. A lot of people knew Pop Smoke died. A lot of people knew a brother did it. I ain't know what dude looked like that until I seen that. Right. The clips of that interview, because I didn't watch the interview, but obviously it's all over social media. And I'm sure a lot of other people had no idea what dude looked like. They do now. And, all right, you ain't got to worry about you. You already living a life. You probably already in your mind. You already gone. What about your family? What about your kid, if you happen to have one? You probably do. What about your mama? And you know what I mean? That's the thing that gets affected, and it's just gut-wrenching to think about, man. And those Adam22, those facilitate those type of controversial situations. They don't give a damn, man.
And what's sad about it is you could tell the dude was a little remorseful, but since he's a so-called street dude and he has to probably live in the streets, he can't show that softer side. he can't go up there and be like, man, like I effed up, I'm sorry. He got to say, look, shit happened, stuff happened. He was doing this. He got to try to justify it.
You can look in his eye, you can tell he
You
ain't
can
mean
tell.
that
It was
shit.
like he was a young kid when it happened. I guaranteed he cried nights in that cell. You know what I mean? Would just come out and say, look, I apologize to the family. I wish I could change things. I made a bad mistake that night. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to live my life better. Nobody, people would just move on from the situation. But when you throw more, dirt on a grave like that, it just makes it worse.
That's all I got on that.
Yeah, man. But with that being said, man, I'll talk about this real quick. There's rumors about Joe Biden dropping out of the race. I was thinking that, and I could be wrong, that's gonna be the play, like, because this is a lot of speculation now. I feel like Kamala Harris, they're gonna make her the front runner. She's gonna pick a little running mate. She's gonna be the nominee for the Democratic Party. Because I was already thinking, like, what are they gonna try? Remember we was talking about that. What are the Democratic Party? What are they gonna try for the next election to try to, fleece us? And the Biden shit is totally falling apart. But you gotta have a plan now. And I think their plan is the Kamala Harris black woman thing now that they're going to try to push to defeat Trump. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's going to be the easiest, fastest
Yeah.
route that they can come out with quick, because that's their only personality outside of like a JFK. But even him, is it Robert? Is it RFK or JFK?
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to go on the Democratic side, and I don't know enough about him, even though obviously you hear things about him. And a lot of people like him. I don't know if that's the route to go either. It just seems to be Kamala, and if Joe Biden is not physically and mentally capable of doing it, ain't nobody trying to throw shade on the dude, but you'd be a blind person to see that his health isn't in order. He seems like an old grandpapa, old grandma to get a little senile, and you just got to sit him down. And it comes with old age. The shit happens. Every time you turn around, he's doing some more wild shit. And now he has COVID, which is an easy way for them to go ahead and get him off camera for a little while. Oh, you got COVID. Sit his ass down for a minute. Like, this kind of stuff does happen. So, oh, man, it should be an interesting what will we in 7th month? So an interesting 4 months to come. I think the election's in November. Well, I know the election's in November. So, buckle up.
Yeah. I feel like, like you said, that's going to be the easiest thing, because remember, she's still going to be holding the same agenda as Biden. They got the same. So, like, you bring somebody else on with a whole new agenda. It takes time to introduce that to the people and sell to people on if they put a RFK or one of these other people up here. It'll take so much time. And 4 months ain't enough time to sell to people on your agenda. They already got an agenda in place it could still go either way. Yeah. But maybe Kamala could be the push, in my opinion. I could be wrong, that they're looking for that might sway black people even more. But I think, man, if you really polled it and looked at it, I would say that more black men are for Trump than black women.
Without question.
Like, I think, you know what I mean? We're free thinkers at the end of the day. And I'm not saying that black women are not free thinkers, but from the brothers I've been talking to, it's been Trump. And they have their reasons. A lot of them are businessmen. A lot of them, knew what it was like to live through both regimes. So I can't get mad at a person for picking what they want. D.L. Hughley, he'll argue to death for Joe Biden. I mean, to death for Joe Biden.
I hate that these conversations, and I even see it in the chat, and I really don't respond to it too much. You can't, but it divides us so much when it really don't mean shit. Like, we out here talking about sports teams, so to speak, quote unquote, because if, you know what I mean, I need to keep a door open for an old lady, or, you know what I mean, an elderly man, or even a person in general, I'm not asking who they voting for, and if they ain't vote for who I like, I'm slamming the door on them. Like, we can all still be humans at the end of the day and be cool with who we be cool with, and whoever we vote for, because at the end of the day, half of the people going to complain and half of the people going to be happy any damn way. You find me 4 years in your lifetime where everything was peaches and cream with any of these presidents that you've happened to live through. I dare you. I've heard people complain my whole life when it comes to politics, in particular who's in the president's seat, and it all depends on if you are red or blue, Democrat or Republican. That's it.
Yeah, man. Great ending to it. Another episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, Friday, July 19th, 2024. We definitely appreciate everybody listening in. That's your brother Sam and Viral Hip Hop News on your brother, Oh God. Hip Hop News Uncensored. Together we form the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Over and out.